Hey guys, so if you're wondering how will you trade for better pets or grind for better pets, I'm gonna show you how to turn your inventory from a poor inventory to something a little bit like this. It's not the richest inventory out there, but it's definitely got a little bit of kick to it. So I'm going to show you a few tips that really helps me out whilst grinding. So for our first tip, it's the Discord server method. So for this method, it basically, you just have to I guess you have to join a Discord server and trade for something, because this enhances and enlarges your audience by a lot. You can get better offers than you did when you're just in a server with 45 players or less. So a lot of people will be interested, and a lot of people have more pets of what you're looking for, rather than when you're just in a random Adopt Me server with 45 players or less playing. So this really helps with trades and stuff, and that is tip 1. So for the next tip, this one is highly recommended by me. It is raising pets and then trading them. Alright, listen. This could really be helpful, especially because, it's not the best, but it's very random at times when people are just looking for a full-grown pet or a well-aged of some sort of pet. And look, this is a hot bop that's posting, and I got a parakeet for it. So you can see there's definitely a lot of offers you can get for higher aged pets rather than newborns. So I think this is a really helpful tip for those out there, especially because there's a lot of neon makers nowadays. And this just really helps enhance your inventory by a lot. So I highly recommend this because, for one, you can get a bunch of good pets for this, and there was even times where I got a legendary for a full-grown pet of a rare or something like that. So I highly recommend this, and it's a very, very useful tip, and it just makes your inventory better. For the next tip, it's a classic one. It's hatching eggs. So here I have a royal egg. So what I can tell you about this, you don't even need to buy a royal egg because it costs so much bucks. But in general, this helps a lot. You have a lot of chances, especially if you're not good at trading and you don't know values that well. Hatching eggs is a great way to start your inventory, especially because the pet that you're hatching could eventually turn into a legendary. Well, it could. It's luck based. And when we hatch the gumball machine eggs, I think it's the most important out there, unless the royal eggs, the cracked eggs, and the pet eggs are replacing the pets. It's very useful that we hatch the gumball machine eggs first, because most of the time, it changes, so if we just make a bunch of neons of the gumball machine eggs, it's gonna be very useful. So here I am hatching this royal egg, and this was actually free that I got from the gambling machine in the cherry blossom event. And as you can see, I got a swordfish. So as you can see, it's ultra rare, and if I could just get a bunch of these, I could make a neon, and it will be really helpful for my inventory. This one is an underrated one that I've been mentioning in half of my videos, I think. It's the event advantage. So this really helps me a lot, especially in the cherry blossom event. I made a mega bakaneka, not this one, that's the one in my inventory. I made another one and I traded it, and I got really good pets for it, and it really enhanced and helped my inventory. So I can tell you right now, event advantage, it's the best tip out there. Well, one of the best tips. I feel like there's another best tip, but event advantage is definitely good because it's free and it is limited time only. So if you're joining Adopt Me in a date and there's an event, girl, take advantage of the event. It's gonna be really helpful for you when it becomes rare or exotic, because a lot of the times pets become exotic, the ones from the events. So this will really help out with your inventory, especially when it gains value, or when you have to quit for a little bit. It's gonna help out, okay? And here I got a trade for a neon gourmet dolphin, and I got all these pets. See how good that is? The next one is a little bit more complex and social media related. So I don't know if a lot of people can do this, because I have friends who don't have social media, but it's basically uploading what you're trading. And this is similar to the Discord one, except the Discord one you can just join a server and talk to people, but this takes a little bit more time than that. But it's definitely a larger audience than just like your a much larger audience than just your server. So this starts out like this. So you're just gonna search up the simple words of Adopt Me, and you're gonna see like a whole bunch of Adopt Me servers, like groups. So this is in Facebook, and as you can see, a lot of people here are trading and selling for bucks. Girl, that's really worth it. And not only is this helpful for Adopt Me, this can also be for something that I don't highly recommend, but it is cross trading. This could really help you go from one game to another. Cross trading isn't really something I recommend, but you can get really good trades in cross trades if you just play it safe. But as you can see here, they're looking for a neon pop tune, and here they got a really good trade for what they wanted, and that's really good for them. And as you can see, this can be really helpful in a lot of ways, so you just need to be really careful. But if you're doing Adopt Me to Adopt Me trades, it's going to be super safe for you. It's just sometimes you need to be careful when you're doing cross trades, but overall this is very, very safe, and I've been doing this for a long time now. Alright, but if you are using cross trades, or if you are going to do cross trades, I recommend you use a mid-man or mid-woman. They basically hold your pet, but be careful because there is some unsafe mid-woman or mid-man that aren't exactly the safest to be with. You just have to find a really trusted person by their proofs or their legitimacy, and that's a really good way to stay safe from getting scammed in cross trades. I just have to recommend that to you because I've gotten scammed way too many times with a mid-woman as well, but they are safe when they are trusted. If you want to learn more about cross trades, I'll do a separate video on that, but for now I'm going to go over to the next tip. I'll call this next tip preparation. So for preparation, you're just going to go to Adopt Me updates, just search Adopt Me at least, and you'll see Adopt Me's TikTok page on TikTok, and they're basically streaming like their updates here. And why would this help us? Well, because we can prepare bucks. As you can see, this update is the moon house, and you can save up 4,000 bucks for the moon house because that's the price of this. And you can kind of see where I'm going with this, because you can prepare for a whole bunch of updates before it gets here, because if the update is here and you're not prepared for it, obviously you're going to go on a rampage on how you're going to deal with it. But basically this helps a lot for preparation, and when you prepare, of course you're going to be able to do a bunch in the updates, and you can get a head start with people in the updates because not a lot of people get prepared for their updates. So basically, when people see that a new update has been released and you have the pet of the update, you can trade this, and it will help a lot because a lot of people overpay for when it's new, and it will slowly go back down in value once it's like old and it's been used up and it's all there, and a lot of people have it. So when it's still kind of new, you have to purchase it and then trade it. And you can see that it's going to help you out rather than decrease your bucks or whatever. But yeah, that's a good help for your inventory. So that's all my tips for today. I hope it helped you out, and I hope your inventory grows a whole bunch, and I'll see you hopefully in the next one. Bye bye.